Hello, this is Mr. A. So I'm making this video today to give students a resource to complete the final essay assignment, even if they're a bit behind on completing the other drafting parts of it. So in other words, we're going to do this in class, but for students who haven't finished with all the previous assignments, um, they won't be able to do this part until they're done with all the previous parts. So people work at different paces. Some people will be a little bit late within the guidelines. And so I want to make sure that there's a video resource so students can check in with this at any time it becomes I guess when they're finished, and then it becomes relevant to them to have a helpful resource. All right, so you have or will have completed a whole bunch of assignments that were essentially chunks of an essay. So all of the things we did from culminating writing project assignment 1 all the way down to here to 7, all of that stuff has to do with is really just a part of a much larger assignment. So what we're going to do now is we're going to be piecing them together. So we're going to take the different parts and piece it together. This is a preliminary step because after we do that, the next thing we would do is go in and work on revision and editing and then polishing. And but I don't want to try to fit that all into one video. Okay, instead we're just going to put the pieces together. So you should have, or you, when I put the assignment out there, you'll have this document right here. So it'll be like MLA template in Google Doc format, essentially. And it'll look like this. And uh, of course, we'll want to see all the stuff that's highlighted we will need to change. I'm not going to go over that stuff in this video because it's kind of generally applicable. So I'll talk about it in a separate video. Okay, but for this one, it's really more about just putting all the pieces together. Okay, so you're going to have this document. Open up all of the documents 1 through 7. You'll be able to know where they are because I'll probably reuse this video multiple years, but regardless of when that is in Google Classroom, I always put like some kind of marker indicator, like right here, for example, you have the circle number, so it's week 4. You're going to find that in week 4 of the relevant quarter. 4, week 5, week 6. So you know where to find all of this in Google Classroom. Um, so you'll know what weeks to look for to open up these documents. So I open up all of the documents. They are all finished. Okay, so now how do I build it into an essay? Okay, well, that's what we're going to do here. Okay, so this wouldn't be your first one. This is the list. You can see that there are 7 altogether. I'm going to start with the number 7 here because I need my introductory paragraph first. Now I'm going to show you one just so that you know that this thesis statement in this particular assignment, so whatever you put here should be the same as what you're going to be getting or copying from your assignment that has to do with the introduction and conclusion. This is the very first assignment we did though, so I guess it might have changed over time, but should be the same. Okay, so I'm actually going to go to assignment 7 first, waiting for the camera to load. Okay, now I'm not going to just haphazardly just start trying to copy and then paste something, okay, because it's not going to work if I do that. Rather, I'm going to select, so I can do multiple at a time. You can see I did not select over here by the side where it labels like what that section was. I didn't select the title. It's just the parts of the essay that I need. Again, this thesis statement right here should be the same thesis statement that I used previously in assignment 1. Should be the same in assignment 7, but maybe, maybe not. Hopefully, whatever, make sure your thesis statement that you're using is your most updated one. So you can copy in multiple ways. One way is just to right click your mouse, copy. That doesn't always work. If it doesn't, Control C will copy. That doesn't work. It is, I think it's, is it edit? Yeah, edit and then copy. Okay, any one of those ways will copy. So now I'm going to go back over to this template here. This little introduction here just says where to paste things. I don't want everything to be highlighted, right? When I paste it in here. So I'm gonna first just make this little divot here, and then I'm gonna go up here and turn off the highlighting. So the only highlighting I should see now will be the highlighting that is present in the writing that I'm pasting over. Okay, so also when I paste over, I'm going to do Control Shift V. Control Shift V, paste without any formatting. Or I can click here, you can see here, paste without formatting, right? Right click on the mouse, paste without formatting, or edit, paste without formatting. Any one of those ways will work. So I'm going to go ahead and just use this way. And you can see it took my whole introduction and paste it in here. Now it's not all together. I'm going to have to do some work to kind of sew it together, right? At this point, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this where it just tells you essentially what you're doing with this document. And there we go. I'm not going to worry about brackets or anything there, but I do want to make sure that I don't just start pasting everything in and lose track of, what goes with what paragraph. So I'm going to, back it up. I'm going to tie all these individual pieces together. Okay, and then it should look like that. That's my introduction is now pasted in here. Okay, and you can see that it should be tabbing in with each new paragraph. So I'm going to leave assignment 7 open because assignment 7 contains the conclusion as well. So I don't want to lose track of it. Now I'm going to, but I can close assignment 1 here. So that's what I'm going to do. Boom, goodbye, assignment 1. Now I'm going to go over here. This is assignment 2 in the series now. There's a lot in here, right? Okay, but what I'm going to do is just make sure you can see I'm going to not get this part right here. I use the Control C. Usually that's what I'm going to do now. Control C, Control V. Oops. See, I did a step wrong. Control Shift V, Mr. A. There we go. Okay, and then I would clean this up. For your sake, I don't know, I'm going to put some little dots in there, and I'm going to paste most of this, or I'm going to paste this in, and then I'll pause it while I put it together so this video isn't like ultra long. Control Shift V to paste. Oops, and I'll get rid of those after the fact. Okay, and I'm just selecting just the ones that I'm going to copy. Control C and Control Shift V. Okay, so now I have body paragraphs 1 to 3. I took the parts that were actually part of the writing, and now I'm going to close that. Goodbye, section 2. Okay, so essentially I'm going to pause while I go through and go through the next two, so 3 and 4, which is the body paragraphs on character 2 and character 3. So for this, I have crooks I did because I know that I told you not to do crooks because it's hard, so which it is. So, but I have it in here, and then the next one I have Curly's wife, which is body paragraph 7 through 9, and all that's going to look exactly the same. Okay, and then I'll pick it back up when I'm copying in the, what do you call it? when I come back for the counter argument paragraph, but it's still the same thing, right? Is I'm just going to select that much of it right there and then paste. I'm going to do the same thing here for the body paragraphs that have to do with your own personal experience and dreams. And then I'm going to be back at number 7, and I'm going to get the conclusion, which is these sentences, or I should say these, or this, yeah, I guess these cells and sentences here. Okay, and then I'll pick it back up and show you the next step. All right, I got all the pieces in there. It took me about 10 minutes, which is also why I'm giving you time to do this in class, because it does take a little bit of time. All right, so the next part of what I'm going to do might mess this part up, but don't worry. But you probably do actually want to do the title first, but you know what? We're just going to go ahead. We're going to move forward. Okay. So when you paste it in, if you did what I said in terms of pasting without, what do you call it? Without carrying the formatting over, then you won't have a bunch of little highlights everywhere, right? But if you didn't, then you would. There is, however, a way to solve that. You're just going to do Control A, which is select everything, and then click none here. And wherever there was highlighting, there will no longer be highlighting. However, you'll see that it kind of messed up the parts that I had highlighted for the purposes of this presentation. So I went ahead and just undid it. Okay, so there's this, none. All right. Now, what you will have, you have all these brackets everywhere, right? And you also have ellipses everywhere. So I'm going to show you a really easy trick to deal with that. You're going to go to, oh, not edit. Does it insert? No. Wait, it is in here. I should have double checked where it is. Is it format? No, tools. Is that it? Okay. Give me 1 second. Okay, I just couldn't see it because it looks like, or it's right here hidden behind the camera, but it's find and replace. Find and replace. So I'm going to put in, oops, not that. I'm going to put in a bracket like this, 336 of these. See where it says replace with? I'm not going to put anything in there, even though it's telling me to put all this other stuff, all these suggestions. I'm not. Okay, this bracket, and then I'm going to put nothing here, and then I'm going to do replace all. Okay, it should get rid of every bracket that there was, at least half of the brackets, I should say. Okay, now I also need to do it for that bracket. Okay, for that side bracket. So I'm going to do edit, other side bracket, replace all. Boom, gone. The last thing I'm going to do, it depends on how you completed the templates, but you may have ellipses. So like, for example, right here. Okay, so I'm going to do something similar, but I'm going to do like this. See, it's period, space, period, space, period, space. But I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do everything in between. Why? Because if I do that, it'll replace this, and I replace this with nothing. It's going to merge a bunch of words together. It's going to be like George's dream is to have a farm, which isn't correct, right? So rather than have that result, I'm just going to do it that way. Copy, file, edit, find and replace. And see, I'm making sure that it's doing it correctly. It has a space, and then blinking. Okay, and it's also telling me there are 70 of these in here. And then I'm going to do replace all. Okay, that gets rid of most of the stuff that I had in here. I mean, it was in here to help you out, but nevertheless, it's not going to look right. Okay, one more thing. There'll probably be, look, little space like that. I got 2 spaces there. Okay, there's also an easy way to fix that. I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing. Edit, find and replace, delete. Okay, and I'm going to do, so 1, 2. Oh, there are 25 places where I have double spaces where I shouldn't. And then replace that with should be, am I back there? Okay. And I'm going to replace it with one space. It looks totally blank here, right? Okay, but this is two spaces under find, and it's one space under replace with. I'm going to do replace all. Okay, that should have taken care of the vast majority of the stuff that might have been going on that was incorrect. None of that stuff should affect your works cited down here. Some of it might have affected the stuff up here, which it did. It's okay. I'll add that back in before the next video. But you can see that it's pretty. Otherwise, it's going to look pretty clean, right? You don't see any weird punctuation or anything. Except for maybe within the quotations, but nothing that we did should affect any of that. So if I scroll down and take a look, everything should look normal, but I do want to do that. All right, so that's where I'm going to drop. That's where I'm going to stop this video, because at this point, all the pieces are together in this document, and then I'm going to be ready to start with the revision process. Anyways, I hope this helps. Have a nice day.